in Allegheny County right now. Rich, thank you so much for being with us today. I know it's been quite a week for you. What can you tell us? What's going on in Allegheny County right now?
Well, it's going in the right direction. Allegheny County outperformed 4 years ago by about 40 to 50,000 votes. Hillary Clinton won it by 108,000. It looks like Joe Biden's going to win it by around 150,000. And even in the counties surrounding us, the rural counties, he ticked it up just a little bit. He cut the margin maybe a half a point to a point and a half. He also did a lot better in Luzerne County, Lackawanna County, Erie County. And yes, we're running about 80% to 20% on our mail-in ballots. And I'm guessing the provisionals will probably run a little less, maybe 75-25.
So when are the next numbers coming in? What's the timeline?
They're starting to pull them apart now. Mika, it's a little slower as we get later on because these are ballots that really need to be checked by hand. They got to go through the addresses. It's a more painstaking process. It'll get done. They'll be working all day today. I'm hoping we can put in another, 5 to 10,000 by mid-afternoon.
So, Rich, you were talking about the provisional ballots. That's the networks and the newspapers. They feel like, you look at all the data. It seems like everybody knows Biden's going to end up winning the state of Pennsylvania. But right now, they're claiming to be frozen by the provisional ballots. But you say, based on where the information you have, where the votes are coming from, you think the provisional ballots in Allegheny County are going to break 75-25, approximately, Biden to Trump?
Yes, because these were voters who wanted to vote by mail. Maybe it never came in the mail. Maybe they lost it. They mistakenly, they came into their polling place without their mail-in ballot. And the only way they could vote at that point was provisional. So we feel that it would pretty much track what the mail-in ballots were done. Again, maybe a little bit less, but most of those folks were Democrats who wanted to vote by mail, and somehow something happened with their mail-in ballot, so they had to show up at their polling place and vote provisional.
Hey, Rich, it's Willie Geist. We have up on the screen next to you, Joe Biden has 59% at this point of the vote in Allegheny County. Do you have a sense for how many more total votes are out there in Allegheny?
He's up by 138,000 right now. Yeah, a little over 59%. I think he'll go over 60% when it's all said and done. And I think he'll probably have a delta of about 150,000 as opposed to 138,000 right now. He'll pick up another 10 to 12,000.
Okay, and I want to ask you, too, about the claims that have been made by the Trump campaign about fraud and about malfeasance in the vote counting and the way they're being counted and when they're being counted. We can debunk them from our position, but I think it holds even more power to hear from you, somebody inside the room, someone who's helping to run these elections. Have you seen any fraud in your vote count?
Nothing. There has been the most transparent process. The warehouse has been open. You guys have been there. All media has been there with cameras watching this whole process. There are eyes in the sky, cameras all over the place in the ceilings, probably more cameras than there are in a casino. Everything is on camera. The Republican and Democratic poll watchers are there watching it. They've been watching it the whole time. In fact, the Republican chair yesterday, who serves on the election board with me, praised our workers, praised the dozens and dozens of workers for the great work that they've done, knowing that the eyes of America are on them and that they're doing a great job for democracy.
You know, Rich, I'm so glad you said that. And can we just talk about this for 1 second? Because I've run 4 times in congressional races, and I'm always struck. You can have a tough campaign, but when you go to polling places, people don't understand what patriots are inside of those polling places. And I don't care if it's Republicans and Democrats in the middle of a political battle. It's been a political bloodbath. They're sitting there and they all want to do the same thing. They want to make sure that their neighbors' votes get counted. And it's really inspirational. Can you share that with Americans that aren't as privileged as you are to be able to be inside, like sort of the heartbeat of our democratic process and how inspiring it is?
You are absolutely right, Joe. First of Well, on election day, they've got to get there about 6 in the morning. They've got to be there for 13 hours. They've got to check people in. They've got to deliver, the votes back in the next day. You don't know when you go visit these folks, and I go to polling places. I'm sure you did when you ran. That you don't know if they're Democrats or Republicans. They tend to be seniors. They tend to be older. And this time it was obviously very difficult with COVID. So we had a lot of seniors who felt uncomfortable. They didn't want to do it. And we had so many volunteers who stepped up and manned and staffed those 6,600 places that we had to put in place at our 1,300 polling places. And then after that, they go into the warehouse. They've been there for hours and hours, probably got leaves stacked up in their yard that they haven't raked, laundry in there. They're leaving their families, they're leaving their homes for long times, long stretches at a time to go do democracy's work. They're my heroes. They really are.
Well, our hero is Steve Kornacki, who is standing by at the big board. I don't think he's left since this all began. And Steve, why don't you jump in and ask some questions, given how deeply in the weeds you've been on this entire process? Sure.
No, and I think you got at the big one I was trying to ask there, which was just your sense of the provisional ballots that are outstanding. You had said you expect that when all is counted, Biden would add about 10 to 12,000 to his lead in Allegheny County. Is that just 10 to 12,000 you're estimating based on the outstanding mail vote, with then the potential to grow with the provisional?
Yes, that's exactly right.
Okay.
And one thing to keep in mind, he's still running about 50,000 votes behind in Philadelphia. Not behind, but behind what Hillary did in Philadelphia. So there's a lot more votes coming out of Philly that will go into the Biden camp. So there's still a lot more votes to come, but they're going to be 80. In Philly, they're more like 90%, 92%. But in Allegheny, they've been running about 80-20.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.